So I have been getting a lot of data science recruiters that are writing to me on LinkedIn, unsolicited, inviting me to apply from Uber, LinkedIn, Etsy, and a whole bunch of other smaller AI and other startups recently. And I'm going to show you just one entry on my LinkedIn to maybe give an understanding of why I believe I'm getting recruiters to reach out to me without me even having to apply. So many of you know that I've been working as a contract worker at Airbnb. I've been offered FTE multiple times, but I've kept in this contract role so I can do my digital nomad thing. So anyway, so the first thing is I write that I've been offered FTE. So this is a not so subtle way of letting people know that I'm performing at a certain level. Next, my role now is specifically in marketing data science. So the first thing that you're going to see is that I show that I have measured marketing campaigns, which is the main point of marketing data science is to estimate in complicated ways the ROI of different campaigns and strategies. So in this, I've offered three different ways that I've used. First is marketing mix models. The second is experimentation. And the third is observational causal inference. You can also see that I talked about impact. So in the marketing mix models, my work is informing $100 million global marketing budget. Now, I have not said anything about saving $10 million, increasing efficiency by 20 or 30%. Sometimes, even in great projects, you just don't have that available. But you should be able to talk about how your work is used. And in this case, it's used to inform a $100 million budget. Now, I do have other places where work that I did led to a $10 million increase in investment. Now, again, because we didn't do an experiment of that increased investment, I can't say what the impact was on revenue, but I can say that the stakeholders took my work and they used it to make decisions about their advertising spend and in a big way. Now, finally, and this is sort of more in the senior trying to get into staff level, is I demonstrate that I'm doing things in a somewhat, I would say, like, I don't want to say more advanced way, but I am using like newer techniques. So I'm overhauling our internal MMM models to align with ROAS priors. Now, this is somewhat technical jargon that's a little more useful for a hiring manager that might be familiar with this, but these are techniques that are relatively new. Like I was taking it out of a paper that was published by Google in 2024. Some other places where I use relatively new techniques is measuring the incremental impact of brand marketing strategies using methods such as synthetic difference and difference. Now, a paper on synthetic D&D I think first came out in 2019 and they're still writing a lot of updates on this. So it's like a relatively new technique. And then finally, I demonstrate like entrepreneurial aspects. So here I mentioned that there was this causal inference project that was supposed to be done by a third party agency that we had hired out, but I volunteered to do it and I saved months of time by beating this other group that was supposed to be able to do this analysis. So in marketing data science, which is the focus of my time at Airbnb, and I have more stuff in my other jobs, but I've shown that I have a lot of flexibility in using the correct models at any given time, and I can estimate like the impact of marketing campaigns in multiple ways. And I'm demonstrating ownership and entrepreneurship.